Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we've got some exciting news for you. If you're new to the channel, you probably are gonna love this news. If you guys have been watching the channel, you know that our Trail Boss has done excellent off-road, but we got something to show you. So going back to my roots, I'm always a Jeeper, and that is why we went ahead and we purchased a 2020 Jeep Rubicon 4-door. This is a JL with the 3.6 liter. I've always had Jeeps throughout my life. I owned a 2012 JKU 4-door Rubicon metal cloak lift, 3.5 game changer metal cloak, running 35s, and we used to do a lot of wheeling with it. Back in 09, I had a JK 2-door with the 3.8, if anyone knows that. So we decided to go with a 4-door because we got a pet, we got a baby on the way, and we're in the 4-wheel drive community. We love going 4x4, and we got the Colorado that's set up for overlanding, and we're probably either gonna set this one up for overlanding or just general off-roading to bring with the Colorado or whatever we go out. But we also wanted to get back into that Jeep community. You know, people who buy Jeeps, typically, you know just as well as I do, you get the Jeep because you love it and it looks awesome, right? But you also get it to get into the community. And I did miss that with my JK, so we decided to go into the 4-door. Now, this is a used one. It's got 58,000 miles, and it came with brand new BFG Goodrich all-terrain KO2s. These are 285s, 285, I believe. What are they, 70R18? Yes, or 70R17s. So it's a 17-inch rim on there, so you got some more sidewall. But when we were looking at this Jeep, I've been looking for about 2 years, and I was very, very specific on what I was looking for. For those of you who have looked for Jeeps before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Jeeps, you know, a lot of people say, they got so many issues, and I'm here to tell you, like, every vehicle you own has issues. So you just have to be willing to accept those issues for the performance that you get. We wanted the Rubicon because I've had the Sport, I've had the Rubicon in the past, and I wanted an automatic Rubicon. My last JK was a manual, and I just wanted the 3.6 paired with the 8-speed transmission is awesome. It's my first time driving one, and it was awesome. So I'm gonna take you through some things about this Jeep and why I bought it, and maybe it'll help you. First off, this one was outfitted with the LED group, so you have all LED lighting, front and rear. It also was outfitted with the steel bumper group, so you got steel bumpers front and rear, and we'll bring around the rear. And where this license plate is, behind here, you can set a winch in this steel bumper as well. I just want to pop the hood to show you, you know, when obviously dealers clean these vehicles, but this thing, when I looked at it, it looked like maybe a grandma might have driven it. And us Jeepers, that have owned these before, if you know it's been off-road, you know. So if you know, you know. I was lucky enough that the dealer actually put this thing on a lift for me, and I was able to walk underneath it. And I tell you what, guys, it was the cleanest Jeep in the last year and a half, 2 years that I had ever seen. And that kind of is what led me to go with this specific Jeep, even though I was looking for something maybe with a few less miles. This one having 58,000. When I looked underneath it, when I looked at the engine, and I'm going to show you the interior, I was like, wow, I've never seen anything this clean. Must have been just a really fancy grocery getter. Coming around this way, we're gonna, babe, if you want to look in here. So this came with it's all leather, fully loaded, very, very clean. You've got, what is that? I believe it's the Uconnect 4. So, you know, I kind of missed out on the wireless Apple CarPlay, but that is the Alpine system. They upgraded to the 8.5-inch Uconnect here, which is awesome. It comes with a ton of features. However, it does have to be plugged in for Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. I didn't really care about that. I cared about how clean this Jeep was and how well it was taken care of. And it is immaculate. That Alpine sound system's got the 8 speakers, subwoofer in the back. auto dimming mirrors, full LED again, heated seats, heated steering wheel. It's 30 degrees out right now while we're showing you the Jeep, and it's pretty cold, and that heated steering wheel comes in handy. When you look in the back here, it's got the armrest that comes down as well. So you just pop this down, and I thought that is pretty cool. You know, probably going to put some seat covers in here, and a mod video will be coming later to see what we start to do. But seat covers are kind of a necessity, especially when you got a baby on the way. You've got all the little panels back here. You've got your 115 volts, so that's kind of nice. Where you can turn this on back here. You got your window controls. It came with the Jeep, these off-road liners, so you can get your feet dirty and whatnot. And just in general, it was so clean. This has the Freedom, Freedom hardtop. So when you look up here, you can pop these off up top. For those of you who know who I'm talking about, I was trying not to have to source this. I've seen a lot of Jeeps being sold with the soft top. I did not want a soft top. It's easier to steal stuff out of the soft top. I've had it done before. So we just wanted to get one that came from the factory with a hard top. Let's go ahead and show you the back real quick. So with walking around to the back, you got these steel bumpers, which is awesome that it came with that. And again, another brand new tire. So the dealer had put 5 brand new tires on this thing, which is a rarity to see. But just the amount of, just how clean the Jeep was phenomenal to me. So both inside, outside, from the top, underneath, everything was just so clean and very well maintained. I thought it was a steal for what they were asking. Now, the ironic part is I went to Jeep, and of course everyone knows Jeeps are expensive. And I bought this from an Audi dealer, Audi of Virginia Beach. So if you're in the area, Audi of Virginia Beach, he's got some really great Jeep sales. Talk to Elshawn. He hooked me up with this one. It was great. It was just such a seamless process. Able to put this up on the lift, and I've never had a dealer put a vehicle up on the lift so I could actually see underneath this vehicle. And it just so happened that underneath the vehicle was just as clean as it was up top. And you kind of know, again, if you know, with the Jeeps. All right, guys, I'm going to show you, just kind of briefly go around the Jeep, just hit some areas that you would typically see some rust or some bad damage. But look, guys, so we know all Jeeps maybe have their own issues, but this thing was pristine. So check this out. You got a beautiful, I think these tires only had like 3,000 miles on them. So that's pretty awesome. They're pretty brand new. But when you look at areas like this, you can really see, if it was, whether it was taken care of or not taken care of. A lot of care was brought into this Jeep. And I say that because, everything is just so clean. Even back here, you can tell, in here, it's not only just clean from them washing it, it's just clean from, being clean. Not a whole lot of use, I believe. I really don't think these guys really used it much for off-road, and if at all. So you can kind of see in there, everything's just really nice. We could probably tuck 35s up underneath here pretty easy. I think this is my first time obviously owning a JL, so you all tell me. But from what I was reading and doing some research, one of the cleanest ones I had come to find, and I thought it was a great price. I have found one little paint bubble on the door hinge, not a big deal. These steering boxes I know had a couple issues, but a lot of them didn't. So this one happens to have the aluminum one. Maybe later we'll have to switch it out for a steel one. I don't know. You tell me. I'm not a JL expert. I used to do my own work on my JK, but again, this is a little bit different. People are like, well, it might have death wobble. It may. I think the JL's fixed a lot of that to try to prevent it. I know the steering is a little different, obviously, being a solid front axle versus our Colorado or, you know, whatever else you drive. But all in all, I think it was a really great purchase. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it. And, you know, I think going back into the off-roading community and, you know, bringing along a Jeep and having that ability to go places, because to be honest with you, sometimes the Colorado, you know, it does really well, right? So the Colorado does an excellent job, but I don't know if it can do as well in certain areas as this. Now, we didn't buy it for gas mileage, and we bought it for going off-roaded and maybe your, you know, typical, I want to probably use this for kind of a daily driver for me, but really loved the granite, and even the plastics have held up well for, you know, being 5 years old now. But other than that, you know, we wanted to get a Rubicon. We found the one we wanted. There's so much more to come. We're going to do a lot of mods to this over time. And if you know what should my first top 5-10 mods be, put them in the comments below. And you know, we just wanted to show you all that we picked it up, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with it. And we cannot wait to get this thing out on the trail with us. Thank you for watching, and tell us what you think about the JL Rubicon. God bless.